Hello friends, welcome to a new video of Let's Watercolor with Vanidas. In this series of videos, I will take you through my way of doing watercolors. My objective is that jointly we make the watercolor painting a fun-filled and very dynamic activity. Hope we will enjoy. Today we are taking this as our reference for our painting. This has too much of details, in fact. Too many trees, too many, wires and poles, etc. And some reddish gate and something behind. Couple of cars, no characters. This will be our basic reference, but I'm going to do quite a bit of simplification on this. So what I'm trying to retain is, I will retain this particular tree, this car, and probably a car here. I will have this road and some suggestion of distant buildings and distant trees, etc. I might also suggest this tree, but everything will be in a simplified form. I will not go into this much of details, right? And this gate I will be totally avoiding, and probably I will try to make some structure here, some tent or some street vendor or something. I'll keep it here, and that will give me an opportunity to add some characters, right? And I might sometimes bring this car little forward. That's it. That is a very vague idea that I have. That will be more clear when we do a sketching of it. So with that mentioned, let us go for a very casual loose sketching. Here we will be making a loose sketch. Okay, let us make this as our frame. This is approximately proportional to the size of the watercolor paper that I am choosing. Right. So that the planning that we made on this can easily be transformed into the watercolor paper. So let us make this as the division line. Let us make this as the division line. What I am planning is, I am planning this to be the end of the road, probably, which will map to somewhere closer to the horizon. Okay, here we are making the road kind of thing. And here we will make the other side of the road. Here a lot of things will come basically, and somewhere up to here we will make the distant building and all. Okay, I'm just dividing the frame, and I am putting some of these elements. Okay, these are some distant the house structure and all those things I am putting. I'm just marking. Tree structure here, some amount of tree structure here. Here I'll be making the close by building. Again, remember that this is very rough sketch. Okay. Here also you have a lot of dark stuffs here, a lot of foliages and other things here. We will do some kind of shading and it will be more clear, right? I'm drawing the big shapes, the geometric shape kind of thing, and properly arranging it. That's it. So, and maybe somewhere here we will have a car, a distant car. I'm not sure if the size of the car is correct at this point. Maybe I will revisit the size later once we make the other things And somewhere here I want, rather than having that gate and all those stuff, maybe somewhere here I want something that is a little bit more interesting, something with a couple of people around, some people, maybe something here. So that we have something that is interesting happening here, and maybe some slightly bigger car here. Bigger car here. So because of this, I think we should make it little, this car should come little down. Okay. I will make this car little smaller. Okay. And maybe some people around here. And there are lot of shadows happening here. Right. Now coming to the main foliage here, the big tree. Maybe the big tree will cover a lot of area here. Let us give some kind of a shading here. So we will have some distant, these distant houses I am roughly planning. Sorry if there could be some shakes on the board, because I am rubbing a little hard here. Now we have a lot of foliages here, a lot of trees and other things here. Yes. We are not getting the actual tone here, so we are just trying to define some volume, that's it. To actually get the tones will be little difficult. the sky. So this is roughly the idea. So maybe I'll emphasize some of this point. I think this is how the sketch would be. This is a little bit of a toned sketch, right? So we have kind of avoided some of this electric pole. So I might put it once we complete it. I may put it, I may not put it. I'm talking about the electrical pole that you can see in the reference somewhere here. So you can consider that, or you can ignore it. Okay. So I think that's it for the planning part of it. We will now get into sketching in the watercolor paper. In the watercolor paper, we will be sketching very lightly, only some of these outlines, some of these markings. Okay, we will not be doing detailed drawing. I think we have done a very quick sketch of this. So it is somewhat very similar to what we have here, but we didn't do a lot of any shading or any toning or anything of that sort. We have just marked the positions and size. That's it. The basic shapes are placed here, just the basic shapes are just marked here, and the details we will fill with watercolor. So the next phase is going for the washes and then going for the details. So let us get into the washing phase now. Okay, this is my palette. I have arranged my colors from blue to yellow, I mean the cool to warm colors. This is ultramarine blue, this is cerulean blue, this is cobalt blue, violet, sap green, olive green, this is burnt umber, this is burnt sienna, crimson lake, vermilion red, this is orange, Indian yellow, and yellow ochre. Okay. So there are some couple of other colors which I will not be using. Now coming to my brush, I will be using number 6 Raphael mauve brush, number 2 Raphael mauve brush, some locally available round brush, small and medium, and I will be using a pointed rigger brush for the line works. I will be using some kind of a sponge to take out excess colors from the brush. You should always have some kind of tissue paper with you. And coming to the pencil, I will be using a 2B pencil for the sketching. For the thumbnails, I might use some darker pencil, 6 or 8B kind of thing. I will be using a sprayer bottle sometimes to wet the paper. And that is my tools. The paper is quarter sheet Maestriaa brand Indian handmade paper. This is 300 GSM cold pressed paper. So we'll go for the washing now. Okay. So what I am planning for is a sunny sky. I mean a kind of clear sky. Okay. We might later add some clouds, but maybe I haven't decided. For the clear skies, I always prefer some pale yellow ochre or raw sienna. Very pale. You can see. Now going for similarly pale cerulean blue. I'm just allowing it to gradually bleed, merge. At the top, little bit cobalt blue I am adding, so that it is little bit more bluish at the top. Covering this area also, the way the building are supposed to come, so that area is, I am planning that to be little shadish. So little bit of blue is okay for those shades. Now let us get some, if you look at the reference, there are a lot of foliage sort of things. So let us get some foliages while this is still wet. Okay. So what I am trying to do is, I am getting some sap green here. Maybe I'll take some, I always prefer olive green on top of rather than sap green, because that looks quite a bit natural to me. A little bit of olive green, maybe a touch of yellow ochre, and I am trying to suggest some foliages. more darker here as it comes down. So I come down, I am using little bit of darker color. I'm cutting around the car, being a little bit aware. I'm leaving some white space for some 1 or 2 characters here. Some darker tone I am just adding under this roof. Making it very pale. I don't know which color I want really. I'm going for a little bit of orange. Now I'm a little bit taking decision what color I should do for the washes. I'm tempted towards some bluish tone. Okay, so I'm making some I'm leaving a white line for the kind of a wall kind of a thing which is there. Okay, and once I come down, if you see, I have over painted on the car and all. So let us see how we can define it later. Okay. Little reddish. I want little reddish blue there for the road part. So I'm just mixing some tones of red with whatever is there in there. I don't want this painting to be very what do you call it as very warm or something. So I'm just probably I want it a little bit more cool. I'm making it a little more bluish as it comes down. Different blues I'm trying out. I think we will leave it at this place and let it dry. So these are the kind of decision I made on the colors and all. This is something that came to me a kind of an impulse sort of thing. So we will redefine it once it is dry. Okay, so you don't have to worry too much about the kind of colors and all. So once you have some washes done, and once it is dry, you will have some more idea, some more clear idea of what is to be done next. So at this point I didn't worry too much about what should be done, but once it is dry, I will have some shapes automatically built here on the watercolor paper because of the washes and all. Then we will take a call, I mean what kind of additional washes, additional details we'll have to put. So there are some amount of accumulation of paint here, so I am just with a dry brush or with a damp brush, I'm just taking out those things. Otherwise there could be a tendency to travel back and some bubbly effect, some bubbles or cauliflower effect you may get it. So let us wait until this gets dry. Alright, this is dry now. You can check if it is dry by feeling it with the back of your hand. Okay, if you feel it is cold, then it is not fully dry. This is fully dry. Now what I am planning to do is, I am planning to do this particular the house structure, right? So let us get some tone there. So what I am looking for is some dull orangish stuff there. So let me take some orange here, and orange and some whatever was there left out. Going dark when I go down. Just some suggestions, okay? Just tracking here. So let me also make some closer building here. So I'll take slightly bigger brush. See, what I'm looking for is just some suggestion. Sprinkling some water so that it may create some texture. That's it. Okay, now let that be there. Let us do this particular half wall properly. Okay. So some brownish color. So what I am looking for is this particular half wall. I want this white line here. Okay. So while doing this, we should be a little careful about the shape of the character, a little bit of negative painting. I'm just cutting that maybe the car. There is a car here. I'm moving the car a little bit this side. The drawing is slightly this side, but by mistake I covered that with the green color. So I am shifting the car a little bit on the right. Here also you have a car. I'm going a little precise here around the negative shapes, that's it. Gradually dissolving it there. So this area is is the half wall, and above this we will have the distant foliages, then we will have the nearby foliages, and all these things should gradually get built up. Okay. So we'll go for closer foliages here. To take some blues, some greens. Maybe I'll mix this, I don't know. Let us see how it turns out. Some orangish green, maybe a little bit more yellow. Okay, so if you look at, there are quite a bit of foliages around the nearby the house. Just adjusting, okay. Some random strokes. I should have ideally used a larger, smaller brush for this, but I am still using the small mop brush for this. See, I usually prefer going for bigger brushes because I somehow enjoy working with these bigger brushes. I'm mixing some green and brownish color, so that when it comes to the ground I get some muddy green. Okay, that's it for this. I don't want too much. I'm breaking the single tone here. I'm just creating some texture. That's it. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to protect this area, and then creating some variation. That's it. Okay. I'm just watching, doing some brush touches. This area I am leaving it because anyway, as per our plan, a lot of dark foliages will be coming here. So we will not, we don't have to, define the initial foliages here. We will anyway going to cover with the dark foliages. So here, this particular thing, I want some darker tones there. I wanted some very interesting tone there. So maybe I'll go for some dark red there. I don't know how it will turn out, but this is an experimentation. So see, whatever you do is basically whatever you're doing is experimenting. Okay, let us see how it turns out later. I will leave it now like that. Let us merge it. Let us see how that turns out later. Now, since we have some red here, probably I will paint this car as little red. But I would wait for this to dry properly. So maybe in the meantime, I will try to define these bigger foliages. Okay. So this needs to be, as per my plan, this needs to be very dark. Okay. I'm a little worried that this area, it might spread into, if I apply the dark now before this gets fully dry, there is a chance that whatever dark tone is there, it is going to merge with this, but I'm taking a risk and doing it. So you'll have to always play. You'll have to always play. If you don't play, there is no joy, there is no fun in watercolor. So play and play. I'm making very dark tones. I'm just defining some edges here. Bigger brush. Here, careful not to bleed it. Bleeding little bit, I think we have to control it now, otherwise it will go and spoil it. Now, this area is dry probably. I think that's it for that. Once this area is dry, I will slightly, maybe now see if we can do that. Define some sharp edges here. Some water. Okay. I think we are getting shape now. We will have to define all this car and the character, etc. Let us go for this car. So what color we put? Maybe I am tempted to do some red color here, because here there is a red. I want to carry that red to this side. Some violet, basically it's some darker tone for the wheels maybe. this little, I'm kind of slightly merging this area. I don't want a clear definition for this. I think that is good for the distant car. Now this one, maybe this one I will go for some very bluish car. I will use cerulean blue for this car. See, it is up to us what color we use now. It may not look very realistic. Doing some variation. And like I did for the other, giving some violetish tone for the darker area where the light is not falling too much. See, this is just as suggestion sort of thing. Okay, don't make it as a very defined, very precise thing. It's all very dull. Okay. Just slightly lifting of the color from here. Maybe some darker shadows. We might do some touches of this later. We'll do some touch up later for this. There are a lot of shadows will come here, so we have to now get a lot of shadows on the road. But what I will do is, while this is still wet, maybe I'll give some orange tail lamp sort of thing here, just to indicate that this car is parked facing that side and this car probably is facing this side, so we'll have to give some white color. So these are final stage touches, but I want some merges to happen if possible, because this area is little wet, so I will prefer having some merging to happen. Some white touches. Okay. Because I don't want very much detail there. Now what we want is, we want quite a lot of darker stuff to happen here, and some kind of shadow tone also. So for that I would now let us make some darker tone here. See, here we have a reddish color. What I want is some cool, some shadow part for this. I think unfortunately I lost some 2-3 minutes video, so I haven't done much there. So we have started doing the shadow part here, then I think we missed the video. So we have applied the shadow here, and I took down the shadow. I took it down, and then I have connected that to a large mass of shadow here. And once this was done, I have applied little lighter shadow here just to create a sense of depth. This is little darker shadow, this is little lighter shadow. Now all the shadows are now almost connected. Now we'll have to give some more details. So we will go for little bit more details. If you are following along, then you can pause now and then complete this shadow part, and then we'll continue. Now this is somewhat dry. Okay, so we will have to now decide what next. So there are a couple of options. One is we can give all this, we can define all these characters here and there, or maybe we could define some kind of some markings on the buildings. Okay, because some details will be required for this. I want this to look like some kind of architectural details, that's it. Ultimately they all should look like some structure, right? Okay, I think that's enough for the buildings. Now let us come back to the characters. So what kind of colors we need to define? We need to decide what kind of colors we need. We will make some bluish color for these the characters around this area. Ideally, you could give some different colors. Some thicker pigments here. this character I'm making it as little white. Okay, so I am taking out some white color there. I'm taking some white color. Now let us make some highlights for the characters who are facing towards us. I'm making some orange color directly on the tube. Maybe you wish he's going that side towards the car. Okay. Some of these characters are looking that side. So for those characters who are looking the other side, we will make some darker strokes showing that it is probably the head facing that side. So I'm taking some brown, and this color is Camel blue, a dark blue. I'm using that one. Though I said I will not be using it, but I am kind of using it now. I think that's it for the character representation. Now what I would say is, I'll use some white highlights just to poke these characters up, just to enhance these characters. little highlight for this car. I think what we need finally is some suggestive lines to indicate the depth of it. I think that's it for today. I'm not sure in the original reference if you can see there was some electric pole here and all. I'm not very sure whether I should keep it or not. But before finishing, what I will do is I'll give some shadow tone for these characters, because though it is under the shadow, but still some amount of suggestion. This seems to be too sharp. I think this was some red top, but there will be a lot of shadows falling on that. So what I will do is I will put some shadow tone on top of it. See, there will be a lot of shadows coming here also, because it is a tree, right? There is a tree on top of it, so some shadows will be coming on that. I think that is sufficient for this work. I'm not still very sure whether I should put this electric pole or not. We can try, in fact, putting the electric pole here. So what we will do is put some dark swing here. We will slightly shift it towards here. This is the liner brush that I am using. Maybe slightly lighter tone. Be a little careful on doing this. I think that is sufficient for this particular work now. I will have to sign. So where you sign also, where you sign, what color you use for signature, those things you can decide depending upon what kind of balance, harmony, etc. you need. So this is how the final result looks like. I am pretty happy with whatever result we got. So we have started from very complex. See, we have started from very complex subject with a lot of details, and we came up with this kind of a work with very suggestive information. So I think we had reasonably just paid justice to what we had done. You can keep practicing by simplifying whatever reference you got and interpret it in your own way. Okay, and don't try to create exactly the same way as it is in the reference. Try to do it. Try to apply some element of yours. Okay. Some white color here. That is just this. I applied a little bit of white here just to suggest some light falling. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you were with me throughout this video. If you have any comments, suggestions, questions, please do mention them in the comment section below. If you liked my video, please click on the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I will strive to produce more videos with your support and motivation by addressing all your comments and suggestions, and I will also try to respond to your questions, suggestions as frequently as possible. Hope we'll meet you in the next video, and we'll continue with the fun of painting watercolors. Thank you very much.